So as of now, MrBeast has overtaken PewDiePie as the most subscribed YouTuber of all time. Outside the T-Series, if you want to include that. I have some opinions of it, I have some feelings on it. And it's really no secret that I'm not a fan of MrBeast. I don't really like MrBeast. I used to, and I just got to get this point across right now. This is not some like coping, I'm jealous or whatever, because I love whenever you have any kind of valid criticism over anything, people just instantly jump to that whole bandwagon of like, oh, you're just jealous, or you wish you could do that, or you wish you were like that or whatever. It's just not the case. I do have a little bit of like irk towards MrBeast, Jimmy. I don't believe he deserves this spot, personally. I mean, to be fair, Felix kind of didn't either, but at the same time, I mean, Felix is iconic. PewDiePie, like, when you think of YouTube, you're generally gonna have PewDiePie pop up, He's like synonymous with this website. MrBeast is just one of those fucking people that will basically be like, I'm gonna give $1 billion to a homeless man, but I have to make sure I film it first, and you can see me doing it, so you know I'm a good person. And of course, anybody that is just like, gonna eat that shit up, or just be like, man, he's just such a good guy. He did this out of the kindness of his heart. No, he did it because he's gonna get advertisement on his videos. He did it because he knows that kind of shit's gonna go viral and people are gonna come watch it. It's not genuine, like at fucking all. Other things I have problems with is his stupid challenges he does. This is the whole reason. This is like half. It's not the whole reason. It's half the reason why I quit watching his videos. His contests are fucking bullshit. Every single one of them. Like, up to the point that I quit watching, of course. I don't know if anything's changed since then, but like whenever I was watching it, it'd always be a contest with his friends, like, oh, last person does this for $20,000. And then his friends would do this stupid thing where they'd be like, alright, well, we're not going to accept the money. We're just going to split it. So I'm like, so what the fuck was the point of the contest then at that point? Because it's like none of you guys were really competing, you just knew that at some point you're all going to get a cut of the money anyways. It's stupid. Or the clickbaity titles that he does for his videos where it's like, I spent 24 hours underwater. He didn't, by the way. I don't remember how long it was. It was like maybe 12 hours or some shit. And he came up for breaks or whatever. He does this with like lots of his videos. He doesn't just do the fucking challenge, but he still says he did it. It's clickbait. And I'm just confused. Why suddenly, out of everything else on the internet, do we just accept this for clickbait and we're fine with it? Anything else, we get mad. People get mad. People get in the comments and just like, oh, there's fucking clickbait, blah, 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 blah. MrBeast is just like, what? Whatever. I mean, he lied, but that's cool. The thing that pissed me off at them, that just kind of turned me off from wanting to watch them anymore, because I had a lot of fun watching the MrBeast videos. When they came out, I thought they were like really fun. They were like really entertaining. And the one that pissed me off is it come out 3 or 4 years ago. And this is where somebody can say, oh, you're just being salty. Yeah, I'm being a little salty because it's stupid bullshit and there's no stake involved. So he was in LA, I believe he went to Rice Gum's house, and he had this contest where you would just like, all the YouTubers would stand up on the roof for like, I don't know, like $1 million or $10 million or some shit. But he made a tweet on Twitter saying, if you're a YouTuber in LA, hit him up and you could enter the contest. So I did. And it wasn't just me, it was a lot of fucking people that live in LA, because LA is filled with fucking YouTubers. So we all made our fucking tweets, and then he had to make another post that says, oh no, you have to be actually famous, you have to be like at a certain threshold of like subscribers to even enter this. And at that point I was just like, okay, that's a fuck you to everybody, first off. Secondly, all these like famous people that entered into your little contest, they're all millionaires anyway, so what the fuck did they need the money for? It's not entertaining, because I had somebody argue with me about this before. They're like, it's more entertaining to have these bigger names. And I'm like, dude, that's like all of us, that's like a bunch of 40-year-old men fighting over a $5 bill. We all have $5. If you're 40 and you don't have $5, there's some fucking problems. Especially if you have a job. That's all I'm saying. Like, there's just no stake. It's not entertaining at all. It's just kind of like, okay. You know what would have been more entertaining, I think? A lot of fucking poor people fighting over $1 million. That's just me. Like, I feel like you could have better quality content out of that. I don't know. He has his own way of doing things, that's fine. And then, you know, you got the controversies against him, and I'm not one of those people that believes anything I just hear about somebody. But I do think it's fucking hilarious that anytime that there's any kind of controversy, people will jump to attack this person. But when it came to MrBeast and his controversy of, like, his editor, just, if you guys remember that a couple years ago, one of his old editors just called him out and said that, you know, he's full of shit. He's not really participating with making the videos and all that other shit. MrBeast had to make a video. I'm going to just say Jimmy because I'm just getting sick of saying the name. But Jimmy used to sit there and had to make a video and just like try to defend himself or whatever. And he went on Keemstar's show and he was just like, oh, it's a bunch of bullshit. Everyone believed him. And I was just like, that's funny. This other guy seems generally upset, but like, I don't, you know, this back before he was really famous, I'm like, I don't understand why he would do this for clout, because it's like nobody was really watching Jimmy back then. I mean, he was big enough to be on Keemstar, but even Keemstar is not really that big. He's just known for being an asshole. He's not known for, you know, people liking him or anything, so I don't know. Just the way I feel. I mean, sure, I could rag on Pewdiepie too. I have ragged on Pewdiepie. I love, you know, Felix. I think Felix is definitely the best YouTuber. It's not just because he had the #1 subs or whatever. I think he's pretty fucking awesome. The fact that he could just do anything. And it's just amazing. Also, another thing that I have a problem with Jimmy is he made a post, or he mentioned it in one of his videos, and I knew from the moment he said this he was full of shit and people were never going to call him out on it. But he said if he ever defeats PewDiePie in subscribers, he would delete his channel because it's not right. He doesn't feel like it's a good thing. That's the fucking truth. You should. But that's just my opinion, of course. Maybe I don't think you should delete your channel. But if you say you're going to do something, this is something that I really stand by in my own convictions, you fucking do it. If I say I'm going to delete a video if I get 200,000 subs, I'm going to fucking do it. Or donate my money to charity or whatever. And another thing that I have a problem with him as well is the fact that whenever he gives away these prizes in his contest, it's never brought up, but you know that fucking person is taxed out their fucking ass. And they don't seem to realize it because they're like somebody poor. They're like, oh, I'm getting a car, I'm getting an island, what? Yeah, the IRS is going to come down on your ass. It does not matter if it's a gift. They will fuck you up. And I guarantee you Jimmy's not paying that. I 100% guarantee that. Which is probably why you don't really see a lot of the same people in this contest anymore, especially the ones that win that. And on top of that, him just giving away money, you know, the IRS is still going to tax you. You get $20,000, well, guess what? You're still paying taxes on that 20 grand. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I have a lot of problems with it, and it just basically comes down to, you know, you see those fucking videos where people just go up to homeless people and they're like, or like the fucking weirdo dudes that'll tip the waitress like $300 and he's got to make sure he films it. And she looks really awkward, like, thank you, but, because the camera's in her face. And it's the same fucking thing. He does the exact same thing, but for whatever reason, people give him a pass. Like, the one thing he did that I thought was really cool is he had it where, I forgot what it was, but it was like, basically, I'm going to plant a tree for every donation or whatever it was. And people would just quit talking about it, and I could be wrong, but I don't think that they're still planting trees. I could easily look it up and I could just, you know, debunk myself right here and right now. I'm not going to. I'll look into it a little bit later, but I could be wrong. I know I can just stand up right now and say I might be wrong about that. But I don't think they're still planting trees because no one's talking about it. It's not. This would be something that the fucking media would be talking about. They're like, you're saving the fucking planet. We're at the day and age where liberals want to be like, oh, we gotta get rid of fossil fuels, we gotta plant trees, we gotta do that, but nobody's talking about this. So to me, it's just kind of like, huh. Again, they could still be doing it. I don't know. Very well possibly could be, but it's just a little interesting no one's even brought it up lately. I mean, I could talk more about MrBeast later. I kind of find it preposterous and annoying, but yeah, it is what it is. And again, this is not me coming at him for like a jealousy viewpoint, because I don't get jealous of anybody. I just get annoyed and definitely the whole like the little contest on Ricegum's house, that really put a sour taste in my mouth towards this man. But anyways, it is what it is. Congratulations for overthrowing PewDiePie and becoming the #1. I had a feeling this was going to happen at some point either way. So yeah, there you go, Jimmy. Congratulations. I do still think it's really shitty that you're not going to do what you said you did, but that's just because I'm one of those people that, like I stated earlier, the way I see it is if you say you're going to do something, you fucking own up and do it. No ifs or buts, mistakes, changing your mind, none of that. That's how I've always lived my life. I do what I say I'm going to do, and I expect the same out of other people. But that's my mentality. I understand not everyone's going to agree with me, but that's fine. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Bye.